Hi, I'm Sarah with Lavender Buttons Design, and today I'm going to show you how to make a tassel photo holder. So the materials you'll need to do today's project are going to be yarn, whatever color you want, scissors, and some form of tape. So we're going to start out, and you're going to take your first piece of yarn and make it however long you want your photo hanger to be. So I'm going to go with about an arm's length. And if you make it too long, you can always trim it back down later. All right, so to start out, you're gonna have your long piece, which is however long you want your photo display to be. I went pretty generous on mine. Just know you can always trim it down if you decide later that it's too big. And we're gonna make our first tassel. So you're gonna take your hand and take whatever color yarn you wanna use for your tassel. And I want my tassels to be relatively petite, so I'm just gonna use 3 fingers like this. So you start, you can use your pinky to kind of get you started there and hold it down. And then you're just gonna keep wrapping around these fingers over and over again until you get to the desired volume of your tassel. So I think this is a pretty good volume. You can kind of gauge it there on my fingers. And I want my yarn to end the same direction I started it. So I want it to end down here by my pinky. So take your scissors, kind of, finagle your hand how you need to get that cut. Okay, and now you're gonna slide it down your fingers just a little so you have a little bit more space in there. You're gonna do 2 things with this next step. So first, you're gonna find the end of your hanging yarn, and you're gonna tuck that in and around the top here of your ring finger, of your pointer finger. Sorry about that. Then you're gonna take a second tiny piece of yarn, and you're going to wrap it around this bottom part. And once you have a pretty good grasp on that, you can take out your pointer finger so you can tie it more successfully. And you're just going to literally tie a knot right around that top third. Okay, and then I like to do some extra knotting because you just never know. If you give yourself enough length, you could even do like cute little bows up here. So this is the start of our first tassel. So the next thing you're gonna do is just sort of finagle your yarn loops. You don't wanna pull too hard because they'll fall right out. Okay, and then once I'm happy with how I think that top part looks here, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut these bottom loops so that they are individual strands. Like that here. Kind of fan them down. You'll probably end up with some, make sure you don't cut your starting string. You'll probably end up with some that are a little longer than the others, so you can always just go back in, give it a little haircut. Just like that. Okay, so that's tassel number 1. And now we're just gonna repeat that process until we have as many tassels as we want. So again, I'm gonna start with my yarn here between my ring finger and my pinky, and I'm gonna wrap until I think I have enough volume. Okay, that seems pretty good. I want my end to be between my pinky and my ring finger, just like my start was. Okay. I'm gonna cut another small piece to bind it together, like so. And then I'm going to take the end of my tassel again, or my starting yarn, and you'll notice that you can slide it through your tassel you already made. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it down so I can get this new tassel on there. I'm going to slide the new wrap a little bit down my fingers so I can get the hanging string in there and up towards my pointer finger. And then I'm going to take my binding yarn and I'm going to wrap it around the top third. And tie a triple knot. Okay, then we cut the loops at the bottom so that they're individual strands. And then we give any guy down here that needs it a little haircut so that they look uniform and consistent. Now we have 2 completed pom-poms. So I can slide that one down and start working on my third one. Desired pom-poms done, we are ready to hang up our garland and to put the photos on. Here's what my garland looks like all done. I've hung it up with some tacks and I'm gonna add photos to it, but you certainly don't have to. It looks really excellent just like this. It can be a great addition for any kind of party or holiday decoration too. To add photos to the garland, all I'm gonna do is take a little bit of tape. I'm using washi tape. You could use Scotch tape. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it. Tear off a little piece and then on your string, take your photo. This is my cat. Just stick it on the back like this. And then voila, you got a hanging photo. If you happen to have clothespins, those also work really great and they're easy to switch in and out. Here's my garland with the photos on it. Final result. I love it. Thanks for joining me today to make the tassel garland. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a share. It helps me out tremendously. And send me photos of what you made because I'd love to see them. Thanks.